Former President Trump didn't just bring unity with his RNC speech. He absolutely crushed it on policy. Take a look at this.
Tonight, I make this pledge to the great people of America. I will end the devastating inflation crisis immediately, bring down interest rates, and lower the cost of energy. We will drill, baby, drill. We have to stop the invasion into our country that's killing hundreds of thousands of people a year. I will end every single international crisis that the current administration has created. We want our hostages back, and they better be back before I assume office. Well, you will be paying a very big price.
So, Judge, gas prices, inflation, border, world peace. I don't think you can get more unifying than those topics.
Trump talked about all of the issues that Americans are concerned about and all of the issues that Biden has failed the Americans on, whether it's energy or inflation or, not even talking about the hostages and talking about Hamas. And how much money do we spend for that floating pier outside of Gaza?
$300 million.
$3 million, some crazy number. And the truth is, Trump is right. We are a laughingstock for the rest of the world in terms of how far we've fallen since he was the president. And ironically, Biden is just bringing us all together by recognizing how horrible it is under him. And I'm going to give the rest of my time to Jessica.
There we go. I know that there had to be something in there that you liked.
I loved when he talked about bringing the hostages home. I hate how much it's been removed from the day-to-day discourse. And I was talking to someone who works with us out of the D.C. Bureau while we were waiting through the speech. So we had a while to chat. And she's Jewish and I'm Jewish. And she said she's worried about a Democratic administration and what will happen to Israel. And she's a liberal person. And everyone knows where I stand on this. But hearing that, and then even seeing today as well that Evan Gershkovich got a 16-year sentence in Russia. He is a hostage himself, a political prisoner. I like that kind of talk. And I want to hear more of that from our party. And I do think that President Biden has been doing a good job on this, but that should be something that is in the day-to-day. I think it's that important of an issue. As far as the policy stuff, though,
I knew we weren't going to get away with that.
Well, she gave me extra time.
Okay.
It's actually her fault. There was an alternate reality going on there. So, okay, great. We agree. So the unemployment rate.
I believe that you all are in an alternate reality. Yes, we can agree with that.
I'm right here, someone who has the real stats on this. So unemployment is obviously lower under Joe Biden, especially for minorities. When he talks about
inflation was at 9.7 when he
took office. Actually, if you talk to Moody's about what Trump's policies are going to do to inflation, they're going to spike. Oh, I'm sorry, Moody's. Okay, the TIPS policy as well. No one who earns under $28K is going to get a tax break, and it's actually a giveaway to hedge funders and lawyers who can now classify their extra hours as, quote, tips and get a tax break. He's going to lower the corporate tax rate, which is spike inflation.
Can you yield to me some time? Because the ultimate tax on the American people right now is inflation. It's gas prices up 40+% under this presidency.
But his policies would be
prices
worse
up more than 20%. That is the ultimate tax. And former President Trump touted a deregulatory environment, a lower tax environment, a pro-growth approach to the economy that we desperately need right now. He had me at let's address this inflation nightmare. Incomes will skyrocket, inflation will vanish. From an economic perspective, anyone who wants to see this economy grow heard that and thought that will bring success. And I think that's really important. Because I don't know what the pro-growth strategy is under this administration.
But that's just saying things like, oh, I would love to lower inflation. Tell me how you're going to do it and why.
Deregulation and lower taxes.
Okay, well, that hasn't worked out before. Because I hear more about trickle down.
You're not printing money all over the place.
We did get a 4-year sample of what those things were like under Trump.
Yeah, it's not like we don't know.
I mean, here's what Trump does so well. He sticks to the basics. Yeah. You want to reduce prices? Drill. Create an opportunity for abundant energy that lowers costs for everything.
Under Joe Biden.
Why does he spite of Joe Biden? Joe Biden has strangled that. He stopped pipelines. He stopped drilling. He's made permits impossible to get.
Why does that's not true? No, it's not.
Why does he keep tapping the emergency reserves?
When it's most expensive.
Why is it like
Anyway,
empty?
but he's got a knack also for finding new ideas, like the Space Force. When it's what, like Iron Dome. I like tax on chips.
I
think
love
people are
that
gonna love
idea of the Iron Dome.
We're going to need it because we're living in a world of hypersonic missiles where if we can't defend ourselves, we're in big trouble.
Good stuff. Keep it simple.
Big
okay,
dome.
coming up, Trump-a-mania runs wild at the RNC, brother.
Is that Pete?
Now I'm 21 years, I might make 22, and I don't mind dying.
All right, guys. So there we have the five talking about Trump, his bold vision for the future. And there's a lot that he's got on his agenda. I don't know if he'll be able to accomplish all this. But I know based on the last 4 years that he was president, he got a lot done. So we're going to see how many of these things on his list he can knock out, right? So he said he's going to end devastating inflation crisis. That's huge. If he could pull that off alone, if he could just get our financial situation here in America fixed, that would be, that would be huge. That would be a win all in itself. But then he says he's going to, of course, fix the border, finish the wall, end the migrant crisis, return the hostages. And it's not just the hostages with the Israel-Hamas conflict, but it's also people like Gurkovich, which is a political hostage that's being held by Russia. So, keep track of that, because what a win that would be if Trump could get into office and then get Gurkovich released, which he was just convicted today or sentenced today for 16 years in a Russian prison. So we'll see if Trump can make that happen. And then drill baby drill, right? That is something that is so huge that he could open up the pipelines again. We've got the oil, we've got the gas. America could be, it could be the next Dubai. It could be the next Saudi Arabia, right? We've got all this liquid gold that's right below us. We just need to tap into it and imagine the wealth that we could generate. That's going to go right in line with fixing inflation. The financial crisis can be fixed, guys, but it takes competence. And when it comes to money, why not, I almost say hire, elect. Why not elect a guy who knows how to make money? That's what we need right now in America, right? We need money. We are in the middle of a massive financial crisis. Look at the debt. Everything. The market, I would say, is a false warning right now, right? Like it's very volatile. We need stability. We need growth. America needs this. Anyway, and then Iron Dome. I thought that was a really interesting idea that was brought up by Trump. The reason we don't do Iron Dome is because our enemies are far away, right? We're on a whole new we're on a different continent. And so, but the missiles have changed. Our defense hasn't changed, but the missiles have changed, right? Now we have these intercontinental ballistic missiles. Trump even said in his speech that there were submarines in Cuba, nuclear submarines in Cuba. Why don't we have an Iron Dome? Israel has one, and we've seen how effective their Iron Dome is, knocking out like 300 drones. Come on, guys. America needs to invest in the future. We can't just keep spinning our wheels thinking that we can just coast and stay the same. We've got to get ahead of these things. Trump was the one who introduced the Space Force. We need innovative thinking for our defense, for our military, so that America can continue to protect its citizens. And again, guys, all this is stuff that could unify the country. This isn't anything that a lot of people are going to fight about. These are good things. Fix it, more money, fixing finance, reducing inflation, getting our hostages home, building a better defense so that our people are safer. These are not controversial messages. Let's just see if Trump can make it happen. But first, we got to get him elected. Anyway, guys, y'all leave a like, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel. I appreciate you guys for watching. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts and what you're thinking about this election and everything that's happening. Trump's speech last night. What's your big takeaway? But anyway, yeah, guys, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I'll catch you in the next stream.